In our last video, we showed you the aftermath of the worst storm we've seen in French Polynesia and described our top 3 anchor alarms that keep us safe. This week, join us while we prepare for a last-minute passage to New Zealand before cyclone season in the South Pacific begins. I'm Holly. That's Ray. And this is our home, Sabado. Together, we've sailed the east coast of the United States, the Bahamas, and the Caribbean. And now we've begun the next leg of our circumnavigation, the Pacific. Subscribe to tag along on the adventure. It's a rare sunny morning here in Raiatea. Haven't had one of these in a while. It's beautiful. Alrighty.
Thank you, baby.
We've decided to leave French Polynesia 6 months earlier than we originally planned. We've had some incredible, amazing, once-in-a-lifetime experiences here that we'll cherish forever. But it's also been a pretty tough season, both on us and on the boat. So, with cyclone season right around the corner, we've decided we'd rather move along while we can. Pretty windy out here. Wasn't expecting that. We've got 16 knots of true wind.
We're gonna go post up by the fuel dock. Maybe we'll jump into the fuel dock today. We'll see how it looks over there. Just kind of getting the boat ready for potentially leaving to New Zealand. As long as insurance comes through for us. We kind of sent them a message very last minute and said, we need an addendum to cover us for a passage to New Zealand, and we want to leave in 7 days. Our broker is fantastic. Thank you very much, Susan.
I love you, Susan.
But that's a tall order even for someone as awesome as she is. So we'll see. Either way, it's not going to hurt to have the boat provisioned and fueled up.
All right, we've made it to the fuel dock. We've decided to head to Moorea. It's easy to provision there, we like the anchorage options, and it should be a quick overnight passage. We've only got 7 knots of wind, so we'll be motor sailing.
There we go.
Okay. It's a little lumpy out here. Sabado is chugging right along though. It's a gorgeous afternoon. We've got the main and the jib up. We'd probably be better off with the Jenniker, but in this sea state, they would just flop around. Got some squalls on the horizon this evening, so Ray is putting a reef in, like the smart, prudent sailor he is. We had our reefing system reconfigured before we crossed the Pacific, and we're starting to regret that. We're planning to rerun the lines how they were originally one of these days. Wow. You've got to be kidding. That's amazing. Okay, we're in full prep mode. Ray's replacing the fuel that we used to get here, and then he'll refill the jerry jugs at the gas station. I've just provisioned, so the galley is kind of a mess, but I've got some meals that I pre-made over here ready for the freezer, so I'm gonna vacuum seal those so I can just reheat them while we're underway. And then New Zealand has some pretty strict rules on what you can and can't bring into the country food-wise, so there's some regulations about nuts and seeds. I can't bring this honey. So I've just got it all out in this bin to use up before we arrive, hopefully. It's kind of chaotic in here, but we're in the home stretch. I've got good news and I've got bad news. That thing anchored right in the bay. Okay, the good news is we did get approval from our insurance for our passage to New Zealand, and the bad news is we assumed that we could check out of any island in French Polynesia that had an airport, because that's typically been like a good rule of thumb at the other places that we've been to, but that's incorrect, and checkout here is also a multi-day process. So our options were to stay here in Moorea and take the ferry to Tahiti multiple times, or bring Sabado to Tahiti, which we just have no desire to do, or we could sail back to one of the other islands where we can check out, and Bora Bora is one of those options. So we've just pulled up our anchor and are heading out. We're exiting the pass now and we're going directly into the wind, so we figured we'd bring up the mainsail.
We are headed to Bora Bora, or Pora Pora.
There's no B in the alphabet here.
Yeah, there's no B in the alphabet, so we've been told that it's actually pronounced Pora Pora. So this starts our journey out of French Polynesia. We have to be in New Zealand before December 1st, so the end of November, and we'll just hopefully the weather will cooperate with us and we can make it in time. You know, and our plan is to do some work in New Zealand and then head back up to Fiji and Vanuatu and New Caledonia. You know, the islands that we would have hit had we taken our time to get to New Zealand. That's our plan. And while we're in New Zealand, we're really, fingers crossed, really hoping that we can move our haul out date up by almost a year to do the list of projects that we have. We don't really have any long lead time items, but getting on the schedule of the trades and as well as the yard, you know, we're really throwing a curveball at them. We'll see, and we'll keep you guys up to date. But for now, it's a motor sail. I'll call it a motor sail because we do have a sail up, but we don't have any wind. We have 5 knots of wind, and that's directly on the nose. So we're gonna motor sail for a while. This is our life for the next 20 hours until we get to Bora Bora.
The sunset is unbelievable. Look at that. So purple. Wow, wow, wow.
bikini up.
I gotta finish some coffee first.
Put the bikini on and hop in the water and clean the butt.
Yeah, Ray,
Make me breakfast.
You want me to put on a bikini, make breakfast, check the mooring ball, clean the bottom, and do all of
about the mooring ball.
all of our checkout paperwork for French Polynesia.
Oh, you haven't done that?
Also our check-in paperwork for Tonga,
What
and
the
check-in
You
paperwork
haven't done
for
that yet?
New Zealand. Ray, I'm a little stressed about
Damn,
it.
I drove the boat.
So did I. Here's a successful passage.
Motored the entire way.
Some banana bread French toast for the guy that drives the boat. I've got my paperwork all squared away for New Zealand and Tonga. We actually just talked to our weather router and we have a window to leave for Tonga tomorrow that we're gonna take. It's gonna be a long passage. I think it's 10-ish days from Bora Bora to Tonga, and then it'll be another 10-ish days from there to New Zealand. If you're with us on Patreon, you're seeing this video quite literally the day that we found out we're leaving tomorrow. So it's Wednesday when I'm filming this. It's Wednesday when you're gonna see it. We're gonna leave on Thursday, and we're gonna try to bring back our Pacific Crossing style daily updates. So be sure to check out our Instagram and our blog if you want the play-by-play, day by day. It's a heck of a last view. This is officially our last sunset in Bora Bora.